it is. JoinIce.gov. America needs you. Join ICE now. Protect, serve, deport. They are trying to farm as many new ICE agents as they possibly can, by the way. Okay, but Ben & Jerry's does, right? Or am I Delulu? No, there are some companies who care. Ben & Jerry's is the example I usually use to say that's a company that does legitimately care about its politics, right? And they'll put their money where their mouth is with regular frequency, like when they try to do BDS. Defend your culture. They're not even... Defend your culture. They're not even trying to pretend that immigration enforcement is about crime anymore. Serve your country. Defend your culture. No undergraduate degree required. Join.ice.gov. Defend your culture. That is crazy. This is just straight Nazi shit, bro. That's it. This is, dog, this is straight up Nazi shit. What do you mean, defend your culture? Like, there is nothing different about an undocumented non-citizen and a documented one. America's culture relies on a steady flow of immigration. There is no, like, if we're talking post-1776 America, okay, that is American culture to have people from all around the world come here. That's it. That's like what American culture is. That's what made America good and redeemable, okay? These guys are like, nah, American culture is slavery and white supremacy, okay? Which I understand. Like, I understand when people say, like, that is a part of the American culture. But yeah, that's the part of the American culture that we're trying to eradicate because that's not good. That's the bad part of American culture. What the do you mean? We have to eradicate the migrant scourge to defend American culture. Holy moly, we are so firmly committed. We are so comfortable being in this space. I do not like it, man. I do not like it one bit. This is not good, folks. This is not good at all. Holy moly. All right, we're going to start off with Ghislaine Maxwell, and then I'm going to move on to some different stuff as well. Trump is going to stop Zohran from winning. Trump ways intervening in New York City mayoral race. Dude. We are losing our minds here, okay? Every day there is a new insane thing. A statement from Penske Truck Rental. Penske Truck Rental is aware of the recent reports and videos regarding a Department of Homeland Security operation in Los Angeles. Penske strictly prohibits the transportation of people in cargo area of its vehicles under any circumstances. The company was not made aware of its trucks would be used in today's operation and did not authorize this. Penske will reach out to the DHS and reinforce its policy to avoid improper use of its vehicles in the future. I mean, you can ask, or they can just take the trucks. You pick. Deport. Okay. All right. Bro, this is no problem with the deportation, just the trucks. I mean, that is the wishy-washy way that they are trying to say, like, it's up that you guys used our trucks to do deportation operations. They're also fearful of just like straight up saying, you know, everyone is. Have you guys not noticed that there is a specific vibe shift that has taken place in like mega corporations in America? Have you not noticed that at all? Where a lot of these people, both in mainstream media and also in like these big corporations, are just like actively avoiding criticizing Trump because Trump has shown time and time again that he is willing and able to use whatever process exists to punish people. He'll just be like, I'm revoking your federal contracts, things like that. You know what I mean? He just like does that shit. Is woke in fact not back? No, in the public consciousness, woke is very much coming back. Woke never really went away. But companies are not actually as predisposed to changing public sentiment or public sentiment that remains as and neither are the politicians. Israel is an example that we use quite frequently for this, right? If you were to look at like mainstream media, if you were to look at brands, if you were to look at like the politicians, you would think America is tied to the hip at Israel and is like so pro-Israel. It's unimaginably pro-Israel. But if you actually ask the average person, everyone's on fuck Israel time, you know? So I think things like this will, as the situation gets worse and worse, things like this are going to cause people to realize that there is no real democratic process here, that you're the overall public sentiment is completely negligible in the eyes of the politicians, and also the companies don't actually care about any of this shit either. They never cared about woke, and I said that at the time. I was like, this is all fake bullshit anyway, and they are simply trying to farm as much money as possible. They only care about profits. They don't care about any of these like actual political initiatives. A company does not care about politics. A company only cares about profit. And the profit savers and the profit maximizers are right wing. And they're also demonstrating over and over again that they are invested in punishing you actively and deliberately if you speak out against them. Yeah, here it is. Join ICE.gov. America needs you. Join ICE now. Protect, serve, deport. They are trying to farm as many new ICE agents as they possibly can, by the way. Okay, but Ben & Jerry's does, right? Or am I Delulu? No, there are some companies who care. Ben & Jerry's is the example I usually use to say that's a company that does legitimately care about its politics, right? And they'll put their money where their mouth is with regular frequency, like when they try to do BDS. Like that's a great example of a company that does care, you know? Hi, this is my first time tuning into a stream. I usually watch your uploads on YouTube, and I just wanted to say I used to be a big fan of some of the streamers, YouTubers who talk shit about you, and I finally decided to check your content myself and was amazed to see how many things they just flat out lied about and how we actually align politically, and I can't believe I was listening to them about you for so long. Love your content. Hell yeah. Welcome. Welcome to the fight. You're one of us now. There are many people like you in this community. Don't worry. You are surrounded by people who also made up their minds on who I am and what I represent, because there is a steady flow. It's also weird being a Turkey Tom fan and Hasan fan simultaneously, because it was definitely crazy. I mean, yeah, that dude is, I think, like, I don't really know too much about him, but he seems to be an unsavory fellow. I feel like a lot of those guys just rehash Reddit comments, basically, and then they just, like, make a YouTube video off of that, and then they just, like, collect the dollars, because they're rewarded with like millions and millions of views for doing that over and over again. Rinse and repeat. It's just slop tubers. It is what it is. I'm gonna be so for real. I was such a normie. I'm lucky I found you through JShlap, because I could have easily gone down the hater pipeline. Yeah, they are. They're giving like they're trying to eradicate student loan debt. By the way, if you go to ICE, okay, they're treating ICE as the interior military apparatus. Wonderful. Not beholden to the Constitution, by the way. Isn't that great? This is what we should be doing. This is what we should be doing, guys. This is what we should be investing our time, effort, and initiative on. Not like solving the affordability crisis, but instead just like deporting random people that are working in the fields every goddamn day. Fantastic. Yeah, the only jobs that are readily available is Trump's little Gestapo. The Heil Hitler Brigade. They actually removed age caps on ICE too. That's the other thing that they've done. This is the only thing that they care about. How is this military? Then we could treat every hospital as a military operation to heal the country and socialize the healthcare? No, it doesn't work that way. They emailed my retired Fed father about joining. What do you think of these social media checks on the airports are prevalent as someone on an F1 visa? I'm concerned about my pro-Palestinian takes online. I won't take them down, but I will be questioned. I've also written against Trump in my school newspaper. Seeing these ICE ads concern me a lot. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like America just sucks now. I mean, it always sucked, but it never sucked this hard. And I say this as someone who still has this firm commitment, this belief, perhaps a foolhardy endeavor, but this belief that America has a lot of promise, that America could be a force for good. But every damn day we are bouldering in the opposite direction. Like one of the best examples of this is like looking at China, right? Constantly talking about like China does this, China does that. China has like incredible social repression, right? They have social credit. They have this, they have that. And then refusing to look at any of the good things that the Chinese government has done and implementing them here, like high-speed rail, constant focus on like developing American infrastructure, any number of different things, and only focusing on the things that we fantasize China is doing with regular frequency, some of which it is doing, and many others it's not even doing, that we're doing here. When I said I wish we could be more like China, this is not what I meant. Okay? I meant like, I want high-speed rail. I want public transit. I want a solution to the housing crisis. But no. Yeah, I want to focus on renewable energy. We're moving in the exact opposite direction. And there are still out there who are predisposed with like attacking the left or assuming that the left is the reason why, assuming the left is the reason why Kamala Harris lost or whatever. And they're still worried about that shit. Great to know that I have to pay for all my students' classroom materials while Gestapo gets free funding. Yeah. Fantastic. Amazing. Awesome. I love that. That's what our focus is on, is ripping communities apart and just like violently punishing people for the crime of trying to secure a better future for themselves, you know? Awesome. Oh, you're trying to make ends meet? You're trying to make sure that your children are better off than you are while brown? No, thank you. You're getting deported. Oh, you've been in this country for 10 years. You've put significantly more into the overall pile, Social Security and overall taxes, than you've been able to take out, given your legal status is constantly in a state of limbo. Well, guess what? We're going to deport you to a slave labor colony now. That's how we thank you. All 27,000 of you are not real people. Get a life, lemao. You know? Thanks, man. We got a real person in here. Hold on. Chat, how does this make you feel? Guy with this avatar thinks you're a fake person. Bro, if your family knew this is how you associated yourself, like this is how you presented yourself online, they'd probably beat your ass. What do you mean, dude? That's hilarious. Yeah, if that's being real, man, we'll be fake. We'll continue being fake.